Rahim here with Willie Monroe after a victorious night here in Dallas.
Right.
You know, it was a long night.
Yeah.
The fight went back and forth. How did you feel? Did you feel like you had control of the fight all the way?
I feel like I had control. My jab controlled it, but you got to realize that Gabriel Rosado's a very cagey guy. You know, he's sparred. Well, anytime you spar with someone as cagey and as intelligent as Bernard Hopkins, Shane Mosley, and look at who he's fought, you take something away from those sparring sessions and you take something away from those big fights. So I was in there with a lot of knowledge tonight, and I just had to be tricky and see where my knowledge matched up, and I mean, I overcame.
What did you think? You say the jab. Was that the deciding factor? Was the jab the element that won this fight for you?
I think the jab and the feints, you know, being a southpaw, the right jab comes from a different angle, and a lot of guys, because of a southpaw, are looking for that left hand. But, I mean, when you got jabs and feints, and we got this thing we call pinta finta, that's in Spanish, that means paint and feint. So we're up and down with the jab, with paint and feint, and bop, you hit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's hard to gauge it, and I'm fast on top of it with impeccable timing. That set up everything else.
People are critical, saying that you didn't have punching power. They talk about Triple G fight, and thought that maybe you wouldn't be able to back Rosado up. Did your power increase because he gave you so much trouble in the build-up to this fight, pushing you at the weigh-in? Did any of that play a factor once you guys stepped through the ropes?
Nah, I just kept it. I kept the intellectual side high. You know what I mean? I'm not going to let – if you step on a stage like this and you let something that somebody says take you out of your game, then you're not built for this. You know what I mean? He couldn't get under my skin. What you want to do is get in my skin, but you can't, so you try to get under my skin. But that ain't work. You know what I mean?
During the fight, did you recognize in him that he saw you were winning the fight? Did he start to back up at all? Did you win the test of wills?
I'm going to tell you what he did that was very smart. After he saw that pressing me, I was a little too fast. He started keeping the distance himself, making me come get him, and then he would try to counter, which he actually landed some counter shots on me. So, I mean, that was, like I said, that caginess of sparring with Bernard Hopkins, Shane Mosley, being in there with so many different guys, he knows what to do on the drop of a dime. I just think physically and mentally I was a little bit more there tonight. So.
We see you've got some cuts. They're not big ones, but did they bother you at all during the fight?
Nah, we clashed heads a couple times, but you get that with a lefty and a righty. You know what I mean? We're both ducking and we're both going into the Philly shell. So, I mean, that happens.
A big headbutt late. We saw his eye swell. Did that hurt you the way it looked like it hurt him?
No, it didn't too much hurt me. We both went in for a body shot. I think that's what it was. We were both going in for a body shot, and we landed in with our heads and clashed heads. But, I mean, that's stuff you got to suck up and keep moving, right?
Both of you guys have had some setbacks and had some great nights.
Right.
This is a great night for you. What are you looking forward to? Where do you think this fight can propel you?
Hopefully to another world title shot. But, I mean, that all comes with my promoter, my management team. I have a beautiful management team, a wonderful promoter. So we're just looking to take it step by step. Like you guys know my motto, brick by brick, you know.
What shot would you like to take?
Obviously, the Canelo sweepstakes, obviously, man. I'm here. But, I mean, if we don't get Canelo, because there's so many people that want to fight Canelo. Canelo's the biggest star in boxing right now. So, I mean, that's like hitting the lottery. So, I mean, if we don't get that, there's so many other middleweights out there. Like I said, I heard Billy Joe Saunders calling me a bum. So bring his little ass over here. And excuse my language again. I didn't like that, though. Bring him over here. I'll show you what I can do with him.
You saw the Canelo fight. What did you think of his performance tonight?
I think his performance was well, but I think you have to give it up to Liam Smith because he made Canelo earn his victory tonight. And but Canelo has so many wrinkles, like I said, from that experience. Fighting Floyd Mayweather, fighting Adesanya Lara, fighting Trout. He has experience in those big fights, man, and it came out tonight. But Liam Smith made him work. It was a couple rounds in there. Actually, the whole fight, Liam Smith was like right in front of him, making him work. It wasn't easy. So
a lot of people thought that this was Rosado's fight to get the Canelo fight. Like they were setting that up. If you stole that ticket from him, in fact, if you did that tonight, how do you match up against Canelo? And what did you see in there that Willie Monroe can do better than what Liam Smith was unable to do?
I think the contrasting styles, with Canelo being a little shorter than me, and then me having long arms and being a scientific boxer and mover. Like I said, the contrasting styles will make for an interesting matchup because Canelo fights better when you're in front of him, and I fight better when you're pressing me. So it'll be a back and forth type. So, I mean, if I get to fight, God willing, we'll see. I think it'll be a great fight. I have nothing but respect for Canelo. I actually like him as a fighter, too. So.
Congratulations on a hard-fought victory.
Thank you.
Well done. Radio Rahim with Willie Monroe.